Numb, deprived of the power of sensation. Sometimes I find it hard to have the power to do daily tasks, waking up understanding that life will continue to turn, even on days that I don't want to move. Sometimes all the power I have is to sit upright. My body sits up like a bag of rocks, while my mind spirals downward. Routines keep me from falling out, but on days that I don't want to make it to my routines, sensations of hopelessness is the only thing I can feel. And tomorrow, all I can ask for is to be indulged in something more hopeful, something that will have me spiral upwards, something to give my body the power to move quickly and positively.
Ooh-wee, it's your brother Chew-wee. It's kind of crazy having like that hyped up intro when I just had like a super deep topic. But that was my short film, short story, short narrative, a vlog, whatever you want to call it, about how numb it feels. This was triggered from like seasonal depression. Not gonna lie, this seasonal depression as a creative has been super bad. With everything that is going on right now, especially in Minneapolis, Minnesota, I think it's been super hard for me as a creative to get up in the morning and feel like amped, right, to create. I think it's already hard enough being a black person in the United States, but the idea of trying to create during a time like this always feels almost helpless, and it feels very helpless. Like, that's exactly what it feels. It feels like, how am I helping in this situation, like by me creating art? And I wanted to go through what it feels like to be numb. I was inspired from this video I saw on Instagram, and it actually is from animated short film. The animated short film is called, the name of the film is called Ohio, or Good Morning in English. Ohio means good morning in Japanese. So basically it was showing the idea of like repetition, someone's daily life, and the idea of seeing those duplicates, but you're not necessarily duplicates, that you are seeing duplicates, but with these duplicates, what you're seeing is different versions of this person on different days. And that's what I want to represent when having this feeling of numb and this repetition cycle. The see-through idea, or the idea of being see-through, gives the perception of not feeling anything. And right, the definition of numb is to be deprived of the power of sensation. So when I'm visually thinking about being deprived of sensation, I feel like I can like fade through my hands. I feel like I can be seen through. I'm translucent to a certain degree. And that is what inspired me to use this visual that I saw from Ohio and put my own twist on it to make it feel numb. That's how I interpreted it. And when I interpreted it with the words that I put together, that poem, it was really just freehand. I was just writing away. And as you can tell through my words, that I was breaking down the ideas of that definition, right? To be deprived of power, I find it hard to have power on doing my daily task. I think when I am having like this seasonal depression, I'm not clinically diagnosed with depression. I'd like to say, I don't think I have depression. Just know if you need the help, go see a doctor. The idea of not having power to do daily tasks is something that you have to like fight through. And I think the bed or wherever you decide to lounge, it gets super hard to get out of that. You go from bed rotting, and if you're not bed rotting, you probably are a couch potato, or you are sitting in this environment and forcing yourself to try to get out of it. But sometimes you don't have the power to get out of it. But with that understanding is that you still have to continue on with your life. That's at least what I tell myself, and that you have to continue through this season. I think it's super important for people to understand is if you do live in a state, city, country, whatever it may be, that goes through all 4 seasons, you actually are really resilient because your mental is going through different phases and constantly has to adjust compared to someone who consistently has one season, or one season which is like warm weather. When you have warm weather all year round, you are not adapting to change on a constant basis. Even though we know it's coming, but we constantly adapt, and our mental has to go through that every 3-4 months, 3-4-5 months. Minnesota, we have sometimes five months of winter, 5-6. Like, why is half the year damn near winter? It's ass. My routines, usually, like, the idea of waking up, going to the gym, getting into the studio, and trying to be creative the best way I can is usually how I keep myself from falling deeper into a spiraling hole of my head, because my head is really the only thing that is trapping me from doing anything. Like, it really is me fighting my thoughts. If I stay in my bed, I'm just fighting my thoughts. So I have to like express in some type of way so that my thoughts are no longer fighting amongst themselves, and they're being put out onto paper. They're being put into video, photos, dance, movement. I need something to like fight these thoughts, and creativity has been my way of doing that. So if I'm able to get out of bed and be creative that day, or put myself in a creative space, which is why I have the studio, that is the best way for me to tackle like fighting my own thoughts and spiraling downwards. Towards the end of that poem, I start to go backwards. So I go, instead of being deprived, I chose the opposite, the antonyms, indulging. So I want to indulge myself in hope. I think it's super hard to find hope right now, but if you can find hope, hold on to it. Because if I'm able to find hope, I'm able to hopefully spiral more upwards rather than spiral downwards. I want to have as much hope as I can, and that just brings my mood, my energy way up rather than being way down. And I want to have those high energy moments. That is like my full thought process, ideas behind what I created, and I hope that gives some further insight to the poetry that I wrote, the storytelling that I have. I hope y'all appreciate it. I think this one was really for myself, really for my mental, because I thought I was getting out of a hole, but to find out there was still more hole I had to dig through to get out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting out of this creative hole. No, there was more. There was so much more I had to dig out. And this right here is helping me process those ideas and those emotions. You guys are just literally seeing it in real time. I usually write and then I make the video, but this time I made the video because I had a feeling. I knew what my feelings were and I knew how to visually put it onto camera. I just did not have the words yet, so I had to figure out the words. Can't explain to you how I really knew what to shoot before my words, but I can always tell you that I can visually show you what it feels like. I can visually show you what it feels like before I put it into words. So I'm trying to get better with my words, and I hope you all enjoyed that. Appreciate you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Chewy out.